Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So it's down to business here. Well, Christian Vieri looks for all the world like the classic target man, but he is so much more than that, isn't he?
Yeah, he's imposing and physically dominant, as you say, but he's also a threat from range and quite a lethal finisher.
Big cricket fan too, I hear.
Meant to be quite good at it, I believe.
Yeah, some people just born with everything. How's that? Bale. Oh, facing up to his end. Bale! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Bale really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. And he's taking no chances there. Argentina have the chance to go the other way. And it's Azar. Now it's Vieri. He's found a way through. And they're on him in a flash. Now this could be it. It's Azar! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. No way through, so back it. He's going for goal! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
So it is still 0-0. Scholes. That's a good ball out wide. Gattuso over to the right flank. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Hazard. Hernes. He has found the way through. Vieri. Marquinhos. Scholes. Out towards the flank. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Rijkaard. And it's Nedved. Rijkaard. This is a promising build-up. Oh, easy pickings there. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Gattuso. Hernes. Azar. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Azar.
Hazard really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Rummenigge. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Neymar. And it's Neymar. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Well seen, saw that coming. Argentina appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Beckham is looking to influence the game from out wide. Well, that is one way to stop him. Driving on and making good progress. He gets his head on it! And that's a sharp finish! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
And here's Vieri.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Vieri! And that's a tidy finish. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The movement's so precise. Oh, shooting chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he shoots! Scholes can clear it away. Vieri. Chance here to counter. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Davis. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Just 5 minutes left.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Has a look and place it forward. Davis venturing down the left.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
And that is that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
Brazil against Milan.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're underway. Well, don't worry too much about sophistication and style where Gennaro Gattuso's involved, but my goodness me, despite all of that, he's priceless to any team, isn't he?
Yeah, he's living proof of the benefits of keeping it simple, Peter. He's there to win the ball, and once he does that, he's just going to play it short and stick to his position a little deeper in midfield.
Which also... And the shots! Nedved. Now it's Bale. David Villa receives it in a good position here. Gattuso. That's really well manoeuvred. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Davis, and he's intervened well there. Deftly away. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Oh, this looks sharp. Well, he's done very well to take that back. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's Beckham. He's found a way through. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. It's hit the uprights. No, just not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Seedorf conjures time and space where few can. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And he was alert to it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Tries to play it through, and he welcomes it in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Just eases him off the ball. Great vision. David Villa! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Villa is offering a right smile there.
Brazil with the corner, they're first. He'll try from distance! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Well, I think his mind was made up the way that ball arrived, and I certainly admire his willingness to hit the volley.
That has not gone well. And the whistle goes for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half
And now
brings.
I'd just like to read out our fan
So,
club
nothing to
members
report
who are
so
celebrating
far
their
on the goals
birthdays
front.
today.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition, something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to... It's Bale! That is special! Gareth Bale!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And now they can spring out of defence. And he's found a way past. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Seedorf. Now it's Bale. He's going to be disappointed with that.
Milan are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Oh, off the bar! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
He probably had a good view of it as well, Peter. Obviously, an inch or two lower, and that's in the back of the net.
Oh, good spread. And that was asking for too much. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Adams kept it up. Oh, Aubameyang! And he stuck it away. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Defending was strong and firm. Now it's Bale. And that was very necessary.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Neymar making good progress. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Totti.
That was lovely, that.
Big chance! He's beaten. Well taken goal. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Just one in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Four added minutes has been indicated.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Now it's Aubameyang. Now it's Beckham. And he's in on goal. Goes for a shot! It's in! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of...
And that will be it. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality absolute together. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And we're underway.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get them...
Rummenigge! Nearly, but not quite.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking them from range.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I've been really impressed by this guy, Marmouche, who I expect to be amongst the goals here, Peter. He's, for me, very much the complete package. Great operating alone or in a partnership, but I prefer to see him play off somebody. That's when you really get to see his skills, not just as a finisher, but as someone who initiates as well.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Great defending, strong and determined. Well-timed, excellent interception. Messi. And it's Beckham. Rummenigge receives it in a... Tries one from range! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Rummenigge deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Messi. Davis has got himself a free kick. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Davis, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. He won't be happy with that one.
Milan always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Messi. And that was nowhere near his best. He's got away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Robertson makes the interception. That has been cut short. And back to the keeper they go. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Now it's Shevchenko. He's had it taken off him. Nedved. Not the most accurate pass. And the referee has blown for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going.
And the shot! Goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone...
Chance for a shot! He's got a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
He's having a pop! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Bullish header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Well, at least he was in the right position and he reacted quickly enough. The manager will like that.
Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Oh, that's a key interception. Rijkaard. Davis. Davis. Looking for options for movement. Messi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward, and he's managed to get free. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Gattuso, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's picked his way through. Davis delivers. He's rising! And that's a sharp finish. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes. Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking to play him in. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's quick to snatch it back.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And here's Aubameyang. And time is up. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everybody, and
stadium,
welcome
and the
to
players on the
today's
pitch
match.
are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then.
Well, Michael Owen is, of course, likely to be the key player here, Peter. The mere sniff of a chance and he's away.
Who's arguing phenomenal pace as well.
Well, his pace was his game, really. It may...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Oh, great save by Dida. Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Nedved plays it short. Played in. Impressive jump. Bangladesh are looking to go forward now. Oh, this is a great position.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rummenigge. Oh, good ball. And Aubameyang! Oh, that was a half-decent effort. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, it's come loose. So it is still 0-0. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Van Dijk. And it's Gattuso. Some really good ball movement. Tonali. Rodri. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's on it. Can he get away? Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Bangladesh clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Bangladesh are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Van Dijk has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Nedved. Rummenigge! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Nedved goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, played right into his path. Oh, that's a key interception. Nedved.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Good read, needed to be. That's the end of the first 45. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Milan really seemed to lose their way a bit, it has to be said, Peter, having started the game quite strongly. I think the boss is going to have to find a way to reignite the fire now.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. Down to business again.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Davis. Cannavaro. Wan-Bissaka makes the interception.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Davis. Nedved. Can he finish? Rummenigge! Truly a man who will pass the test of time. A finish right from the top draw.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So we have the first goal.
Well,
It's gone in, and it is an own goal.
oh, it's unfortunate. Took a touch off the defender, and that can happen.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. It's a good spell of possession, this. Now, can they get him away? Tries a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's made its way. Shot a goal! Rummenigge! That is just brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. Into the lead once more.
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And it's played in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Van Dijk cuts it out. Can he spark a counter here? Eto'o. Nicked it back promptly. And it's Eto'o. And here's Owen. This is a promising build-up. The ball goes in. Cannavaro clears it away.
Bangladesh really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Now it's Owen. 4 added minutes on the board. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Tonali. Cannavaro spots it, and that is that. Milan pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Well, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Gerrard. And here's Mbappe. And he's had it nicked away.
Mbappe really
Shoots! Goal! Milan! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Nedved. And he was alert to it. Can he get it through? Mbappe. And it's Beckham. Foot in. It's a pretty loose pass. Space for him to turn and look. It'll be a throw-in. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Beckham. Nedved. White. White drives forward on the overlap. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! And that's a sharp finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And Aubameyang! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Milan are looking to go forward now. And claimed it back swiftly. Looking to play him in. And this is Roberto Baggio. No, again there's no way through. Rijkaard. Aubameyang. And Iniesta.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? So, a temporary halt to the action. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. Is the first touch of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And there's a goal! It is an explosive start to the second half. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find.
It's Iniesta! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. 2 up now, and they are cruising. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way.
Aubameyang! Fantastic from Aubameyang! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference.
And Shevchenko! It's a goal! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Milan now in a position far more desirable.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Milan appear to be happy to let... Rummenigge! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Nedved. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
That pass has been well intercepted. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Iniesta. And here's Shevchenko, and he's managed to get free. Shevchenko ploughing through the middle. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And Shevchenko, and he's found the way past. And Shevchenko! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Nedved might just make this. Davis picks it up now. Davis. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Aubameyang! Oh, that's a key
There will be
interception.
5 minutes
Oh,
added
this looks
time.
sharp. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Look at the space here. And he shoots! It's bounced back off the post. And he's quick to get rid. And that will be it. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good qualities. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, we're on the way. Lionel Messi, one of the greatest, perhaps the greatest ever, European Player of the Year so many times.
The first of those way back as a 22-year-old, Jim, in 2009.
Yeah, and it came after such a great season. Treble winners with his side, of course, capped off with a very memorable European win in Rome.
I remember him picking up his boot up. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Oh, the ball's come loose here. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Rummenigge might just make this. He's having a hit! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Rummenigge is onto this. And it's Messi. Batistuta. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good.
Goes for the shot! And he couldn't quite find the target.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Owen. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that was vital. Played towards the front line. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Messi. Played out wide. Milan still without a single shot on target. Great vision. Shot at goal! He's delivered all right! And there is your opener. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch.
Shapes to shoot! And he's stuck it away. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah.
Nedved! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Steaming on, there's the shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. Rummenigge! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ball's gone out of play. Rummenigge looking to add to his goal. He's had it taken off him. Nedved really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Bangladesh clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Short changes him with that pass. Oh, that looks a decent ball. Looking for options for movement. Oh, good take and a real chance! And it's come back out to him. And it's in! And again they hit the front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time. And that is indeed the final act. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So we're off again.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
He is through here. Nedved. Milan are looking to break at pace. That's a shade optimistic. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's having a shot! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Bangladesh. And he's decided to go for it. There was plenty of power on that. He won't be happy with that one. Well, that is one way to stop him. Looking for the run. Great chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Gattuso. Now it's Aubameyang. Makalele attempts a clearance. Now, can they get him away? Messi has it out wide and in space. He's got away. And Messi! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Beckham is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Played out to the left flank.
There they go, hunting again.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And now they can clear their lines. That's a look and place it forward. Beckham. And he was quick to react.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
This is a promising build-up. Rummenigge.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Davis charging forward down that flank. Van Dijk is there and he can get that clear. Now it's Beckham.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Aimed beyond the defence. He can run onto that. Milan with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
It's a loose ball. And he's quick to get rid.
Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front.
And that is that. One of those games.